Georgia found success in crunch time against Notre Dame's mammoth offensive line. This time, the defensive front goes up against a line that averages 291 pounds and includes a left tackle, Nixon, listed at 6'4" and 260 pounds. Mike Williams, a redshirt freshman, starts at right guard. Samford managed just 311 yards of total offense against Kennesaw State in its opener. Roland Adams leads the team with 70 rushing yards and Samford averages just 2.9 yards per carry. Adams rushed for 53 yards on 12 carries last week and quarterback Devlin Hodges added 51 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. Georgia is 97th nationally in total offense, 347.0, and 88th in scoring, 25.5, numbers that will have a decent chance to get boosted. It is averaging 203.0 rushing yards a game, 6th in the SEC. Leading rusher Sony Michel, 160 rushing yards, 5.5 per carry, is probable with a sprained ankle. Freshman D'Andre Swift is 6th in the SEC in total offense per play at 9.1, 73 rushing yards on 8 carries. "He's a big play waiting to happen," said wide receiver Javon Wims, who is 6th in SEC at 23.2 yards per catch. Georgia is 12th in the SEC in third down conversions, 29.0%, but has gotten points on all 8 red zone trips including 5 touchdowns. Quarterback Jake Fromm is 9th in the SEC in passing, 26 of 44, 284 yards, 2 TDs, int. Defense edge, Georgia Samford's defense barely held on last week as a 35-7 halftime lead became a 49-41 victory. Linebacker Shahid Salmon racked up 16 tackles against Kennesaw State. Amari Williams, a first-team All-Southern Conference pick, had 4 interceptions last season. Samford is giving up 533.5 yards per game, 102 in the FCS, and 32.0 points per game, 69th. The Samford defense includes Arkansas transfer defensive lineman Ketteris Marks, Louisiana Monroe cornerback transfer Marky McCullum, and Southern Miss linebacker transfer Aaron Harris from Peachtree Ridge. Georgia outside linebacker Lorenzo Carter is coming off a monster game, 7 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries and a sack at Notre Dame. Star nickelback J.R. Reed leads Georgia with 14 tackles. Georgia ranks 28th in the nation in total defense, 274.5, and 29th in points allowed, 14.5. "The sky's the limit on what we can do as a defense and as a team," linebacker Reggie Carter said. "We're working on getting better each and every week." Special teams edge, Georgia Samford coach Chris Hatcher this week called Georgia's special teams elite in all areas. "That's quite an improvement from where the Bulldogs were last season." Samford's special teams had big plays of their own last week. Darius Harvey returned a kickoff 93 yards for a touchdown. Punter Austin Bernhardt is a University of Miami transfer from Fayetteville, Georgia. He averages 44.6 yards per punt, but had a punt blocked against Kennesaw State and Samford gave up a punt return touchdown last week. Redshirt freshman Jordan Weaver, Norcross, has not attempted a field goal, but has made all 11 extra points. Georgia kicker Rodrigo Blankenship, now on scholarship, is 3 of 4 on field goals and 6 of 6 on extra points. Punter Cameron Nazialek is 7th in the SEC in punting at 43.9 yards per game. Sophomore Mecole Hardman is 7th in the SEC in kickoff return average at 29.0. Coaching edge, Georgia's Kirby Smart is 10-5 overall in his second season at Georgia. He is 6-1 against non-conference foes. Samford coach Chris Hatcher is 15-10 in his third season at the school. The team reached the first round of the FCS playoffs last season. Hatcher is 136-87 in 18 years as a head coach, including at Murray State, Georgia Southern and Valdosta State. Hatcher hired Smart to his defensive staff at Valdosta State in 2000 and promoted him to defensive coordinator in 2001. 2 Yuga support staffers, Assistant Director of Football Operations Jay Chapman and Director of Recruiting Administration Christina Harris, served on the Samford staff. Intangibles. Samford, Georgia's upperclassmen have tried to remind teammates to put the Notre Dame win behind them. "I'm pretty sure younger guys get the memo that we're past that and we're working on Samford now," Lorenzo Carter said. Samford's 38 players from Georgia should be plenty motivated playing between the hedges. They will go from playing in front of 4,509 last week to a stadium with a capacity of more than 92,000. Overall edge. Georgia Samford, which used to be known as Howard College, is 2-76-3 all-time against SEC teams with wins against Ole Miss and Mississippi State. If Georgia is added to that list, it would rival Appalachian State over Michigan in 2007 on the upset scale. Georgia had the right approach in running out to a 31-0 lead over Appalachian State. The talent difference between these programs means this one should be well in hand by halftime.